I'm your host, Deirra, and you're watching the show titled Deirra. So, this week's episode topic is Insecure Table Talks. And I have my guests with me. Please introduce yourselves.
Hi everyone, my name is Rokiatou Kaba, but most people call me Rocky. I am a part-time teacher. I teach little kids dance and also a part-time manager, hostess at a restaurant in the city.
Awesome. Velvet.
Hi everybody, I'm Velvet. Your girl just quit her job. So right now, I'm the Issa of this right now, where I'm just like doing my little hustle here and there, but yeah.
Hi, I'm Leah Kavita, and I'm an actress and a struggling working actress.
That's fine. First of all, this season passed by so fast.
Yes.
It's only 30 minutes an episode.
Yeah,
I felt cheated.
exactly. Why is Issa not living with Molly?
Issa probably is too scared to stay with Molly. I think she's scared because she doesn't want to feel like she's living with a mom, even though they're best friends. Like, you know, when you get too close to someone, it can ruin the relationship. I've lived with best friends before, and after that, it's never been the same.
Wow.
I don't know. Like currently, I don't agree with that. Currently, I live with my best friend, and we're cool. Like we still have issues with sarcasm, just like what they do all the time. But I feel like the main reason why she is staying with Daniel is because she wants to feel good about herself. You can just see throughout the series, like she's just trying to find things to fill the void of feeling good about herself. So she goes to Daniel, she quits the job, she tries to pick up with this new bae. Like it's like she's always trying to find love and feel good about herself, and using outside things instead of liking and feeling fulfilling and growing herself. She just latches onto stuff. That's how
She's
I feel.
looking for a passion.
I totally agree with you there. I feel like she made the wrong choice by staying with Daniel, and that he's the go-to guy. She's trying to fill a void. I think she should have tried to work it out with Molly and maybe stay with her.
See, I disagree with that. I feel, one, Molly and Issa, I love their dynamics because they are best friends. They've known each other for a very long time. They've experienced things with men for a very long time. They both, at this current point in their life, are dealing with men. You know what I mean? You got Molly and the whole dro and the cute little Asian new thing that just popped up. You have all that going on. And then you have Issa with her insecureness. The whole title of the show is called Insecure. Okay?
Yeah.
All of them have insecurities. Me as a female, I have my best friend. You're my best friend. I know you're insecure just like I'm insecure. Why would I want to live with you knowing that your deals and your problems are the same probably as mine? I don't want that. I want something different. I want to deal with my daytime life, my jobs, my all that. But at the end of the day, I'm going to run to a Daniel. Why? Because one, and she said it, she knows he got him.
Right.
And there is
On the couch?
nothing...
While he's in the bedroom?
Honey.
But that
no.
was
The main thing
after.
she said to Daniel was, when he asked her, why are you here? She came out pure and clean with it, and I love her for that. Because I know you got me. And that man never responded back with, that's not true.
And he wanted her to stay.
You feel
Yeah.
me? Because he does have her, because she is a good person, because he does love her. But at the same time, he knows he's Daniel. And she knows he's Daniel.
Things were getting complicated with those two when he did want her to stay, because he did have a current situation going on with someone else.
And that's a man for you in the sense of, I need an opinion, but I don't need an opinion of my male friends. I need a female opinion. Now, God forbid the female gives me an opinion that makes me feel
some
like,
type of way.
you feel me?
Yes.
I gotta chuck the deuces.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Now all of
By
a sudden
telling the
she's
truth.
it. I gotta be with her. She gotta be the one, and it just gotta be because I'm feeling you, so you gotta feel me the same way. And I love the fact that she does feel him the same way, but at the same time she's like, no, because again, she is insecure in the sense of men is not her strongest point.
Yeah.
Relationships is
that.
not her strongest
It's not her
point at all.
strongest
Do you
point.
think it's a confidence thing?
I don't feel like it's a confidence thing. I just feel like I mean, like, she was in a relationship with Lawrence for like years.
5
Yeah.
years,
Like,
she
she was,
said.
like,
5,
years.
6 years.
Years, and then like and then in the midst of it, like I think like the third year is when he had depression thing, and then like she had to take care of
Wasn't
him.
it
And
about
she
2
ran-
years? He
like
was
a-
depressed for
yeah,
2
And where
so-
did she run to? She ran to
Daniel.
Daniel. Why? Because she knows he got her.
No, because
And
Daniel
because they
made
have
her feel
history.
good.
Yes,
It's
And
because
she
they
made
have
her
history.
feel good.
Please, how many of us have a high school little something that we like and we still think about
Yeah,
like,
yeah. No, but
it's
that's the
because
thing,
they
she
have
was-
that childhood, high school history, whatever, just like Molly has with Dro.
And she was missing something though. She was missing a lot from the relationship.
And that's because
he wasn't being man enough for her. Here comes Daniel. He's
They were
producing.
comfortable.
She already knew
comfortable.
him. He's sexy.
Daniel was
he's
showing
doing
her
his
something
thing with
she
his
wasn't
business.
seeing in Lawrence. You
But
know
it
what I
didn't
mean?
work out in the end between
But
those
it didn't
two.
work out. I think it didn't work out in the end because she's already coming from something for 5 years, and all of a sudden, here's somebody that she's comfortable with, she knows, and he's like showing interest.
Yeah.
But she's like, if I couldn't make it work with this, how am I gonna make what's going on here with me?
That's
I
the
don't-
one right decision she made by moving out into her own space.
Yeah, but I just want to jump off what you said. Like, I don't think it didn't work out with Daniel because of like I think because like when Lawrence got the job, he started stepping up into his role,
Right.
and that's when she started
Yes.
pushing Daniel to the back.
Right.
Like,
Yes.
okay, my man is finally stepping up. I'm gonna push you to the back. But when Lawrence found out, he pushed her all the way to the back. So now she's finding Daniel like, oh, we're both back here.
Do you think she should have come
And she's-
clean?
Huh?
Did you
yeah.
think that she did the right thing by coming clean to
yeah.
Lawrence?
I mean,
Oh,
but
yeah.
she
Found
came
out?
clean once he found
Once
out. It's
he
not
found
genuine.
out.
It's not
She
genuine.
wasn't gonna.
She wasn't gonna say crap.
She wasn't gonna say nothing.
But should she have?
Yes.
She should have. I
Had
mean,
he
I
not
don't think
find
so.
out?
She should have.
Right.
She should have.
Yeah.
God don't like ugly. All right?
That's
and it's
true.
real.
And
simple.
what's
God
done in
loves
the
all
dark
the
will come to light
children.
one way or another. So
Exactly.
like, she should have done it the night that she realized. Oh, the night she did it, and it was like, oh damn,
She shouldn't
I
have
messed
been
up.
there in the studio in
she
the first
should've-
place.
Right.
That
Because she knew
moment-
what was
Right,
going
she was
on.
walking. She knew exactly
She was-
what she was doing.
Exactly.
What you
She
going to a
knew.
man in this?
But Daniel did
producing at
woo
night?
her. He knew
Yes.
she had a situation.
Yes.
He did woo her. It was all about having what you can't have.
But
Right, but
he,
she
but
knew
he himself
Daniel.
didn't play his position. You know, you boyfriend number 2. You don't know you the side dude. Why are you catching feelings? Like, that's not what you're supposed to be doing. You're
It's
supposed
not
to be
even
over
that.
here.
It's because she known Daniel
For a
since high
while.
school.
Yeah.
And
That-
men always want what they can't have.
Right.
Right? So that
I
was a
agree.
challenge for Daniel. And so he was probably like, nah, I'm going to get that. I'm going to get that. That's going to be mine.
Right. So let's
And
move
then-
on. Wait, I'm sorry. And let's discuss the friendship dynamics between Tiffany, Kelly, Molly, and
Love
Issa.
them.
Right. I was wondering about that all these past seasons, but when we finally came to the baby shower, I did realize that, okay, Tiffany and Kelly have more of a friendship there.
But just like Molly and Issa have more of their best friends. Like,
Yeah.
they're best friends, but they're all friends.
So what does that look like if one is hanging out with the other set? Do you know what I mean?
I just
Like,
see that
do they even
babies
get along?
change everything.
Oh my
Kids
God.
change everything. As a female,
think
as
so.
a woman, as much as you want to say, no, I don't think so, this and the third, when there is babies involved, it changes everything.
Yeah.
Now, we can still be the way we were, this and the third, but there's a baby
way we were.
involved. That changes everything. The last episode with Tiffany feeling the way she felt with the whole Coachella and the fact that she, when she's 9 months pregnant, she's almost due, and she's actually popping whatever the hell she popped or whatever just to be
Eat brownie.
along with the whole crew. That lets her know she loves these girls. She needs these girls. She wants these girls around. You know what I mean? And to the point where she's even willing to jeopardize her unborn just so she can fit in. That shows, I love it because it shows, I love you ladies. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, this is my situation now, but
Yeah.
I need y'all to still be with me. You feel me?
But when we did arrive at the baby shower, it did seem like those friends that Tiffany had
Because she
would never be friends with
But
Issa
that's
and
Tiffany.
Molly. They were both.
We knew
different.
Tiffany's little
because-
selfishness from the beginning. We already knew how she was from the beginning. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm surprised that didn't happen earlier. That they didn't even meet these new faces and stuff earlier and stuff
Yeah, they
like
never
that.
met them.
They never met them. But that's
They were on the
expected of
committee,
Tiffany.
the party.
Right.
Right.
What is it called? The baby shower committee. It was just Tiffany always has those like
Yeah,
little
yes.
things she does. Even the photos with
Even the
Beyonce,
Beyonce,
stage
Cardi,
photos.
you put a
They're
face on
very,
it. But
it's like a whole different world. Like that,
Right.
that crew of her friends is very different from what Issa and Molly are, and they don't seem like the type that's going to cater to this almost narcissistic side of her. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
And they feel like they're a little bit more down to earth, and that's okay. Like, you have different parts of yourself. You can have different friends that compliment you in different ways, and then your other friends that compliment you in a different way and understand you in a different way. And I think that's why between the four of them, you know, some of them get, you know, Kelly and Tiffany get along better than Issa and Molly, because Kelly kind of caters to Tiffany's.
I see
But
that.
you know what I
mean?
last season, Kelly and Tiffany were the best friends. Molly and Issa were the best friends.
Right.
You
That's
feel
always
me?
been.
That's
That
always
was
been.
always it. When Kelly announced her whole pregnancy, when Tiffany announced her whole
Yes.
pregnancy, Kelly was all for it. She's like, I'm auntie this, and da-da-da-da-da. Then we come to this season. You can tell the dynamics.
She
As
didn't really
many times
feel
as I can
included,
say,
though.
honey, as many times as I can say,
Yeah.
babies change everything. You know what I mean? For the good and for the bad. But the scene, the fact that Tiffany literally, being pregnant as she is, wanting to be down with her girls at Coachella. Her little pregnant self is at the beach. Her little pregnant self is at the pool party. Her little pregnant self is there. That, if I was Issa, if I was Tiffany, if I was is it Tiffany? Yeah, if I was Tiffany,
Yeah.
and if I was Kelly, and if I was Molly, I would literally take a step back, because that literally is telling me, this my girl right here, my girl that I knew before she was with baby, before she's about to bring a life into the world, she actually is willing.
She's trying.
Exactly.
She
I just be down
she
with
the
us.
candy.
I think there's
You
a
know,
part
so
of
I guess
us-
like she's trying to fit in still with the group while
Even
while
while her little pregnant
yeah,
self.
while her pregnant self, but and
Yeah.
vice versa, you can say that they weren't trying to be really involved with her pregnancy.
because
Gotcha.
babies change
Right.
Everything.
Is that
And
what you're
also,
thinking too?
I agree. I totally agree with that. And I think also too, it also shows that there's always going to be a part of us that's going to want that younger self.
Yeah.
You know, that babies, like you say, do change us. They bring us into this whole responsible adult world where we can't be popping things and partying on the beach and whatnot. But she wants, you know, we're always going to miss that, and that's the end of an era for her. You know,
Right.
she can't be that person anymore.
What
And
does
it's
that
sad.
leave-
She was almost kind of still holding on.
I mean,
Yeah.
You know, and still wanting it. Like, I don't want to let this part of me go, but
at the end of the day, they all play like a role in their friend dynamic. You know, you have the successful one, the hood one, the controlling one, and like, you know, the non-successful one with the, you know, romantic issues mostly. They all form into a group bubble that's actually relatable. But you
Right.
know, when one falls off, then it's kind of like, all right, so then what does the rest do?
So we'll get back to that
yeah.
question once we come back from break and try to figure out Lisa's life. Okay, so we'll be right back with you.
Go to OperationPrevention.com and start the conversation today.
There. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy. What do you call a pig that knows karate? Pork chop. Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Can I tell you another one? So how does a tissue dance? Put a little boogie on it. What's Beethoven's favorite fruit? Banana. What is a boxer's favorite drink? Fruit punch.
It's not my first time bartending, so
It's a sausage party in here.
it's fine. I'm very familiar.
Yeah, because you're a sexy girl, Sam. Last thing,
Yeah.
is that the music, when Momo kicks it into high gear, is going to get a little bit loud in here. So your customers are going to have a hard time hearing you. So you may want to
What?
make sure they don't get
No doubt you're going places, young lady.
Thank you. And thank you for the interview as well. I can imagine it was the last thing that you wanted to do after such a long campaign meeting.
You really are a very intelligent young woman. You're very smooth.
You're very smooth yourself.
You have no idea.
I worked 12-hour shifts at the recycling company with my dad, who's 72. That taught me a work ethic that I carry with me every day.
When you're running your own business and taking care of your disabled brother, you tend to learn about responsibility pretty quickly.
I was living in a shelter, juggling 3 jobs. I had to be resilient. That's something that you can't teach.
Hi, you're watching Deirra, and I'm your host, Deirra. Again, we have our lovely guests with us, Rocky, Velvet, and Leah. And we're gonna start off with our second half of the show. So basically, we wanna know, obsessed like, okay, is Issa hella obsessed, or is she in the right for doing all these things she did, like trying to find Nathan, the ghost bae?
I think she is doing exactly what everybody would do when you get ghosted at a crucial time. You know what I'm saying? Like as a person who's been ghosted and ghost people, like it's like, you know, you get like the emotions of it. But for me, I ghost like in the beginning, like, you know, after the first date. You know what I'm saying? You don't ghost somebody in the midst of you getting to know each other, boot up on in the
When
bed,
the butterflies are
having
all
sex
up
on the Ferris wheel. Like you don't boot up right there.
Yeah.
You don't disappear right there. So being ghosted and then also people understand that being ghosted really messes with your mental, because then people flip it on you. Like, okay, what was wrong with me? What did I do?
Rejection breeds obsession.
Right.
That's what that is.
So is that what it is? She became obsessed when she felt rejected?
I
Because
think
remember,
so.
she did explain that Nathan made her feel really great about herself. She didn't have any baggage or history with Nathan. So, you know, she was
I think
looking
that's
forward
how
to a
it
new start.
happens.
He expired the block party idea.
Yeah, he expired. He expired the whole relationship. He expired everything. And then when I think that when that happens to women or to people in general, men in general, all of a sudden you're like, whoa, I'm rejected, but why? I got to figure out. What happened? Do you know? And then I think this is why she went into his house and she wanted to know what was going on, because there was no sign. There was nothing. Everything was great, and then all of a sudden he was gone.
There was a sign right before Coachella. She ignored it because
it?
she met up with him. Because he didn't like talk to her for like a day or two. Like the whole
you're
like
right.
The sign was right there.
Talk to her?
He never explained it. He never
Uber
explained
case.
it.
That's right. I forgot about that.
No, that was after. That was after the Uber case started. After he ghosted for like a day.
Yes.
And that should have been the automatically red flag right there. And then
Yeah.
she asked him like, "Yo, why didn't you text back?" He was like, "Oh, because you know I jump into relationships too quick, or some
did say that?
some feelings, or like I get feelings too quick for people." And it's like, so like that's not the point of that. You know what I'm saying? Like
there's no excuse.
So there's no excuse. So I'm saying like that was the first red flag of the ghosting. You know what I'm saying? Like
all the ladies have a fake social media account that they share.
Oh, yes,
so
that's a
she
fact. That
had
is
to
a fact.
stalk him and see that, oh, you're giving haircuts. All
Yes.
the different ideas played in her mind.
Posting pictures on social media, making them sound like I'm not pressed that you're not here, but you actually really pressed.
She couldn't even function in her everyday life, you guys. She couldn't even get herself together because of the situation.
Yeah.
That's another sign that Issa needs to focus on herself.
Right.
Once
build
again,
her-
he's
So another
feeling
sign
that
she
void.
needs to pay just attention.
She needs to pay more attention.
Common sense.
But
I
it's
can-
common sense,
common
but it
sense.
happens so often. So feelings get involved and you just lose all logic.
Yeah, I've seen it happen many times where people lose logic over things like this.
My sis over here in her bag.
Because I'm like, listen, if you in an Uber ride and you were the driver, your customers start fighting this and the third, boom, boom, boom.
He dips.
Then, out of all your customers, the one that literally, whatever, he's the first one to disappear.
What do you think happened? Is
I
that the
think
case?
he has little issues with the cops, the
I
popo,
agree.
from wherever the hell he came from.
What do you
okay?
think
Because he's not
about
originally
that?
from California. He's from somewhere, and he's visiting or whatever the heck he
Yes.
told her.
Yes.
Listen, he doesn't do well with cops. We already knew that. That my radar
that's
went
over
right
now.
up. Listen, as
Yeah.
a female. And I wish most of my females would think this way.
Okay.
If a man disappears when the cops are about to come,
Yeah.
Why are you leaving them?
Yeah.
You don't want to leave your name.
I agree. And then he moved here from
Not
Houston
even a little
by
statement.
himself. Like he just
Please.
got here. I don't know.
I don't agree with that fully because it was just an investigation through Uber or Lyft or what it was. And then like when she realized that he ghosted her for the whole day, they made a call saying, hey, we already got his statement for it. So then that was as far as the investigation was going to go. Because to be honest, a fight break out on your Lyft or your Uber, there's nothing really going to happen outside of that.
Exactly.
But people just trying to figure out what happened and then that's it.
I don't think
make
it's
sure
that
it never
serious.
happened again.
I think he ghosted her and it's no excuse. It was once said back in the day, there's nothing that could keep a man away from a woman who he truly feels for. So I don't think there's any excuse that he could stay far away from Issa.
I feel like maybe
he wanted
it's
to
another
hit it and
person.
quit it.
Maybe no, you don't. No, not like that.
I don't think it's that.
It's not like that. Hit it and quit it. You don't be still after Coachella be booed up, giving her ideas.
They do.
Hit it.
Yes,
They do that.
Yes,
they do that.
So what I'm saying is that's not exactly hit it and quit it. That's not hit it and quit. Is like as soon as he got some. Especially after that Ferris wheel, there would be no conversation after that. What I think really
for
happened
him to quit it.
Yeah.
That's all.
Maybe
no,
he was feeling it. And
I feel like he was
I'm
feeling
done.
it. Maybe there's somebody on the side that that he's actually
some
has
children
some history
he didn't tell her
that we don't know about. And because she don't even know him that well.
Right.
So he probably had a little history and maybe an old girlfriend in Houston, I don't know. And then probably started sparking some stuff with her again, and then kind of slowly faded.
He on parole. He hiding from the Fed. He hiding, and that's just what it is.
He got kids everywhere.
Right?
He
They
just a
were
mess.
in the bed. He
a
was
mess.
like, "Yo, I think this is real. I'm feeling you." Like he said, dudes don't say that. Guys don't be in your bed telling you and looking you in your face.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And I've come into many of them.
Making a whole bunch of promises that ain't gonna
women
Yes,
the same year.
they will say the same thing to all the women.
So they all went to Coachella, but they missed Beyonce's performance. But how funny was the episode? Kelly is hilarious.
Yes.
I wouldn't
Yes.
be surprised if she got her own spinoff. Or we took a deeper dive into further episodes with Kelly and Tiffany.
I am loving her one line. I love it every time she comes on the scene.
She's great.
Because you don't know what's going to come out of her mouth, but when it does, if you are drinking something, you're about to literally spit it out.
Yeah.
If you're eating something, you're about to drop it because her one-liners are hilarious.
I feel like she's
hilarious.
a friend that does not have a care in the world and will keep it a whole buck.
She's the
no
friend
matter
that
where
you
she
want.
is. To keep it a whole 100
So she
real
has
with
no
you.
filter?
No filter.
Yes, I love that.
She has a heart. She cares. She can show you love. She can be affectionate. But at the same time, no, don't play with me.
We
You know
all
what I
need
mean?
that
And
type
we
of friend.
all
Yes.
exactly.
I agree with that, definitely.
Like that whole scene with the baby shower when she came in with her little cupcake, whatever it was, and Shorty didn't want to bring it. She was like, skippity doo your, you know what I mean? That scene right there, I was like, thank you.
I would have put my cupcakes right in the middle. Like, that's what we about to do.
And she like she was ready to get it in. Like, if you don't put my cupcakes down, it's gonna be it's gonna be some furniture movement. Like you know what I'm saying?
Wow. But that whole experience at Coachella is a reason why Tiffany had to have that conversation. Like, you know what, you guys, I can't keep up with you anymore.
But she didn't.
Kelly got tased, for God's sake.
She was different.
They were wild.
Kelly got tased.
Doing drugs.
You know what I mean? The whole thing with Coachella, Molly literally, what Molly's been holding inside, she was able to just blur it out to a stranger.
And I didn't even know
That's
Andrew,
why she's embarrassed.
Andrew had like feelings for Molly after that situation. It seemed like he wasn't even into her, but it turns out he likes her.
Absolutely.
He wants to
you
take
would
her on
love
a
her
date.
too.
Right?
Molly's a good person. She's a good girl. She wants everything. But the thing with Molly that I feel, she feels like, I should have this. This should be what it should be for me.
Yeah.
You know what I
don't
mean?
see anything wrong
the
with
fact
that.
that it's
So,
not
she
exactly.
should, yeah.
The fact that
Because
it's not there. Like
making
she
a
is
fantasy.
a lawyer. She's making like her dressing is like, come on, you see it. You
She's
see
the
the
full
outside,
package.
but the outside don't match the inside. So that's Molly's problem. Okay.
What about her and Jarrell?
Listen, she's known Joe since they were little.
Yeah,
First,
but
okay?
the
And that's that little boy the first little boy that she looked at like, oh my God, he's
His
so
wife
cute.
is having a baby,
Exactly.
and she had to find out this way. And you
First
had
of all,
to
first of all, she should never began it.
She should have never begun.
Because an open marriage means they will stay married regardless.
She was salty when Andrew brought that up at dinner.
Yeah, like they're going to be together forever in an open marriage. Because he can have a girlfriend whenever he wants. She can have a boyfriend whenever she wants. But at the end of the day, their foundation is them. She should never begin that relationship in general. You felt comfortable
She thought
using
she
it,
could
and
handle it.
She thought she can handle it,
but she couldn't.
But she realized she can't, and then she takes it, gets her attitude off on him. He did nothing wrong in my eyes. He's doing exactly what he said he was going to do.
No, I feel like he
couldn't take
did.
it.
No, being that he did know her since they were children, he overstepped her boundaries. You know, he knew that Molly is not the type of girl that can handle
He
this,
should have
this
known
type
that.
of relationship.
Yes, he should
I think
have.
he took advantage a little bit.
I mean, you can't take advantage of it. Like, you know, at the same time, like, she allowed it too. She gave him permission to come into her life, into her bed, into her apartment, get her all, like, you know, up in these little dates that they be having.
Yeah.
She allowed him to do that because she wanted that.
So in the end,
she got to like, the
she
main
took
problem with
back
Molly.
the key,
But I'm saying
right?
like that she never takes accountability for her actions, and that is her main problem with Molly. And Molly in general, it's like she doesn't own it. Like, yo, own it.
That
Like,
she doesn't own it. She doesn't understand it. In her mind, I am this right now in my state of life. Like, I got this and that. Why can I not get this?
So you think she keeps repeating the same mistake?
Yes.
Okay.
For sure.
Yes. Like, you see how she freaked
Just to
out when she
learn.
found out her father cheated on her mother? And
Yeah.
she's like, oh,
Poor
how would you
thing.
think, how did you, accept him back? And I'm like, that's their relationship, sis. That's none of your business. Like,
She looked at her
They're
parents
still
differently.
She's just a person that's looking for a perfect love. And I think we can relate. A lot of people are looking for that.
Right.
And that's what she's looking for. And so, you can't blame her for wanting something that's presented to us in the world that's so, beautiful,
Yeah.
right? We all want that at the end of the day. And she thought, I have a feeling that she might have thought this thing with Dro, that she might have been able to pull him away at some point. I feel like that's because she kept saying, like, oh, we have like this perfect relationship. If everything was working, they had this great, perfect friendship. Then they started having bomb sex.
Right.
Then, why wouldn't he
bomb
leave
too.
her?
Eventually, she wants
Right?
a relationship. She wants a stable life with a husband and kids. So he already has that. So
Yeah,
that's not
they
going to
never
work out.
leave,
So
yeah.
her feelings shouldn't be involved. But wait, on another note, I want to move on to Lawrence going to church.
Oh my goodness. Yes, I love it.
felt like the woman preyed on Lawrence a little bit because he's there to actually get some spiritual fulfilling. And here she comes running up behind him. Oh,
Right.
I would just like to say, they said Lawrence is not going to be in this season. This
He's
season.
surprised.
And he's surprised. Not that I'm mad or anything. I just want to throw that out there. But I feel like
Were you
Lawrence,
happily surprised or no?
I like Lawrence is not a
Okay.
bad guy. Like, I'm saying, like, he has, like, bad tendencies, you know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't say he's ultimately a bad guy, you know what I'm saying? But, like, my problem, well, not to say my problem, I feel like Lawrence is now in the stage of, like, trying to find himself
Right.
after a broken relationship. You know, he had crazy sex, caught something. Thank God it was curable. But, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, he was trying to find himself. And, like, now he's like, okay, maybe I should go to church. But at the same time, it looked like he
Right.
wasn't even, like, really into it either.
What future do you see between Issa and Lawrence? Because they had that awkward little lunch date in the end.
I need them both to leave each other alone
Yeah.
for a good 5, maybe
Okay.
10 years. Both of them figure out their lives. She go this way, he go that way. If it's meant to be, I promise you, they will intertwine. They will link up some way or another.
I don't want them
But
to
right
link up,
now,
though.
no. Right now,
All
I
right.
need Lawrence to go that way.
Gotcha.
I need Issa to go that
So,
way.
final thoughts. Everyone needs to work on themselves.
Yes.
And we'll see what happens on the season finale. So this was very fun, guys. It's so exciting. I felt like we didn't have enough time.
We didn't.
So,
No. It's a lot to unpack.
yeah. All right. Thank you, my lovely guest, for joining us. And thank you, everyone, for watching. You're watching Deirra, and this is Insecure Table Talks.
And for people that are just joining us, Shakita has been working there for 3 weeks. She quit yesterday after seeing the condition. And we'll post the video that Shakita took on our Facebook page also. And Shakita, talk about the video. What made you decide to record that video yesterday?
All right, he told me to stock up before I can leave or whatever, so I'm stocking up. I told them when I first found out they had roaches, I told them I'm not messing with the back area, like,
Because of the
period.
roaches.
Yes, like it's mostly roaches in the back. It's some in the front, but the majority of them is in the back because that's just stuff that just be sitting there, so they made themselves at home. So I told him I wasn't messing with the back. He still told me to stock up, so I had to go to the back and get a box. I knew it was gonna be a roach in there because I seen where it came from, where a bunch of roaches at. So I'm like, I'm about to record this. That nobody believed me last time when I told them about the roaches going up my Ramblings and Rice because I didn't record it or I didn't expect it. Like, two of them, one of them jetted out the thing and he gonna tell me to step on it. That's the part that killed me. Like, no, I'm not about to step on y'all cousins. Like, y'all know these roaches. They been here all this time. I'm not stepping on them. Then he gonna go off on me. First of all, you my manager. Just not how you speak to me. And then not over no roaches. Like, y'all go apply and y'all go clean up. I'm not about to clean up no roaches. I didn't sign up to step on no roaches. I'm not about to dance and jig with the flies. None of that. I'm not about to battle or with no bugs, no worms, no none of that. So if y'all want that stuff clean, y'all want them roaches gone, y'all go do it. I just started working there. They been there for years. There's more of them than it is of me. Why would you tell him that he could clean up? I mean, he could cook the chicken with no gloves on. And then it was gloves. All you had to do was go in the back, buy the roaches, and find them.
And where all did you see roaches at, aside from on the floor? And you said they were crawling over the cartons.
It was roach in my red beans and rice. I threw it in the screen.
You're done with fast food at this point?
Yeah, I'm just going to hit the road and find something different.
Hit the road.